So guys, my name's Shane Brooks. Pretty much just opened a new restaurant in Sylvester, Georgia. As far as background, I've done a lot of traveling in my days. As soon as I got out of school, I pretty much hit the road. I lived in Charleston and Myrtle Beach between those two places for 10 years. I worked with Divine Dining Group for 10 years, which own quite a different styles of restaurants. So I was introduced to a lot of different styles of chefs that I've become very close friends with, and through hanging out with them, I learned my own style through it, or creating my own style of food as well. I'm not saying that they didn't highly influence me. You know, I stuck around there for 10 years in Nashville too. I hung up there a lot in the mountains, so there was a lot of different styles of food. You know, somewhere it still comes off of one base style, the way food is, but wherever area you're at, they always kind of have their own little flair. So through all that transition, I picked up a lot of stuff in the Carolinas, you know, even their style of barbecue. I was at a food show outside of Charleston, and I met Kevin Williamson, who was from Austin, Texas. He was the president of the Texas Beef Board, and also he's the president of Texas Wine Club at the time. He convinced me to move out to Austin and run Ranch 616 for him, and stayed there for 6 years. It was one of the best restaurants I've ever worked in my life. Got to meet a lot of great celebrities, got to be put in a lot of great situations. We did the Aspen Wine Festival in Nantucket. Also on top of that, you know, we pretty much was at home for Austin's Wine Festival too. So we were very good friends with Tito's Vodka, which is a growing vodka right now. So through all of us, we were all good friends. We all learned how to cook together, and you know, learn how to be pretty much creative with food. And, you know, through those guys, he taught me more about wild game, like the duck, the quail, you know, how to cook venison to get the gaminess out of it. So you can tell in our restaurant, a lot of our wild game is not really gamey at all. Even our lamb chops. People who said they never liked lamb chops, when they have our lamb chops, they seem to think that's some of the best lamb chops they've ever had in their life. And I've had other people eat my lamb chops and go off to Atlanta or somewhere else and have it somewhere else and say the mine was twice the best. But I'm not saying I'm the best chef in the world. I'm just saying I put a lot of heart and passion in my food. I'm just not throwing a product out there. I'm taking the time to go a little bit deeper into marinating and seasoning and stuff like that, that, you know, shows a difference in the long run with your cooking. Through those guys, he told me about mezcal, told me about tequila. I got to experience Mexico. You know, I did the landscaping for Star Bar, which is the major bar downtown on 6th and West Austin, which Kevin owns, and Ray Benson and Willie Nelson own it together. So of course I got to know all those guys really good. You know, it was just a great culinary place to be because there's so many food trailers there, and I had a lot of friends that had food trailers, so there's a lot of different styles of food that I got to be able to experience and play around with my other friends or chefs on the weekends. And you know, I got to pick up a lot of different things to cook wise. It's just like, this is not my whole scale of cooking. I do know a lot of different other styles that I hope to bring in the future as a different style of restaurants and stuff. And my partner in the business is very good too. He grew up on the East Texas, Louisiana border. So he does have a lot of Louisiana cook-wise, and he also has a lot of Spanish influence. Together, our combination with MJ has created what Betty Joe's is, which is, you know, my grandmother. I named it after her in honor of her because as a child, my mom died young, so I spent a lot of time in the kitchen with my grandmother, and you know, she was a big inspiration in my life as far as, you know, understanding how food really cooks, how you got to take your time and do it slow and be passionate about it, and being able to, you know, reflect who you are through your food, and you know, the different flavor levels and the different tastes that you get out of it. So, you know, I was talking about my grandmother and how my mom died at a young age, and how I spent time with her in the kitchen, and you know, because she spent a lot of time with me too. It's pretty much where I learned a lot about cooking with your heart and soul, and you know, take your time and making sure it's all right. And when it comes down to our menu, you'll see a lot of Southern in it. You'll see, you know, just the basic staples right now. We are working on a new menu that will be coming out the first of the year. You're going to see some of the Spanish influence in it. You're also going to see some of the Italian dishes coming out of it also. But as far as the menu right now, you know, our #1 seller right now is a smother clucker. Basically, it's a juicy chicken breast that we take, We put grilled onions, mushrooms, and bacon, and then we do top it with provolone cheese. And the cool thing about it is the way I designed to build it is that you don't have to have the mushrooms, you don't have to have the onions, or you don't have to have the cheese. It's all your choice. And it comes with bacon cheddar mashers, which are red potatoes that we mash down with heavy cream, with a roasted garlic in it, and we also do cheddar in it. And then you also get our sauteed green beans, which are fresh green beans that we toss in olive oil, roasted garlic, and a little bit of soy sauce and a couple other seasonings. It comes on the side. Catfish is a big seller here as well. We have a certain type of breed of catfish that's very clean, very mild. Everyone that ever has my catfish, they come back again and again because I think it's some of the best catfish they ever had. Of course, it's an opinion, but you just have to find out for yourself. It's served with our homemade fries. You also have our homemade hush puppies on the side. And we have a really good shrimp basket too. It's Apalachicola shrimp that we get out of Apalachicola. It's pretty much served the same way as catfish. It's got fries, coleslaw on it. As far as our burgers, a lot of people believe that our burgers are very juicy. I mean, we take our time, we hand patty them. They're not frozen burgers that we get out of a already pre-made or whatever. We make them from scratch, and we grill them. Put whatever toppings you would like on it. There's a couple of different features on them. We got a fried egg burger that comes with our homemade fried egg with bacon, cheddar on it, and it's the burger. We also have the Big Betty, which is signature after my grandmother. It comes with two patties. You have cheddar, provolone, lettuce, tomato, onions, pickles, mayo, and mustard on it. And you can add the ketchup if you want. And then we also have the Betty burger, which is our basic burger. You pretty much build it yourself. It's just a plain burger if you want it plain with lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, pickles, and onions. Or you can add cheese and bacon, it's your choice. Another thing is a lot of people like our fried chicken sandwich because it's a hand-breaded chicken breast that we put lettuce, tomato, and mayo on it. We also have a grilled chicken breast. And of course, either one of those, you can add cheese or bacon. It's your choice. As far as specials on the board, they change periodically. You know, I do have a duck breast that I do with a sesame seed ginger glaze that we grill. It comes over bacon cheddar mashers with 3 fried Apalachicola shrimp on the side. We also have sauteed green beans. Sometimes you run a seafood platter, which is fried catfish, crab balls, and it also has Apalachicola shrimp on it with fries and coleslaw. Also, we have frog legs sometimes that we use. I'm very used to doing like mixed platters. Sometimes you'll see frog leg, half a duck breast, or half a pork ribeye, or bacon cheddar mashers and green beans. So that way anybody can kind of get a variety of what's going on in the restaurant. It gives it a way that you don't have to buy that one specific dish and try something that you're interested in trying, but you're scared about a whole dish. You'll be able to try it that way. So you're not losing money if you don't want it, which I wouldn't make you pay for it if you didn't want it anyway. You know, sometimes we do fried lasagna. We make lasagna from scratch, dip it in batter and fry it, and lay it in a bowl of marinara, and then do our signature sauteed green beans on the side. We definitely run steaks. Sometimes we have New York strips, sometimes we have fillets, sometimes we have ribeyes. Comes out with bacon cheddar mashers, or sometimes green beans, or if it's the whole 12-ounce ribeye. Usually comes out with all made seasoned fries, because nothing's like better with a steak than some fries. Of course, you don't have to have the fries if you don't. You can get bacon cheddar masher. We also have another signature side that a lot of people here are going crazy over. It's our fried corn on the cob. It's a whole corn on the cob that we dip in batter and fry. I put a couple special seasoning, the flour, can't tell you all that, but you know, it's still very good, and everybody comes here usually orders 2 or 3 of them because it's something new to them and they love it. You know what I'm saying? And that was my key about this whole restaurant. I wanted to be different. I didn't want to be like everybody else around here. I want you to know when you walked in our restaurant, you're getting a signature restaurant, something that's not the same down the road. That's why I tried to find dishes that were signature to me, or actually not me, to my staff, because this whole place is basically built off of all of us. Fortunately, I am the runner of it, but all of us make Betty Joe's. You know, I can't do this alone. You know, my partner Chris is just as much a big part of this place as I am. He's a chef in Dallas, decided he was tired of the big city, wanted to move to the country, and here he is now. And He's definitely the fry master here. His country fried steak, anything you get fried here is hand breaded. It's not coming out of a freezer bag. It's not thrown in the fryer. You know, we take our time to beat it out, bread it, fry it, and it shows. I mean, people tell me all the time your country fried steak's amazing because they're used to everybody getting frozen country fried steak out of a bag, and everybody knows that's full of preservatives and it's crap, basically. So I mean, I think that's a real reason why we stood out so fast is because all our food is pretty much made from the heart and soul. It's just not out of a can. It's not out of, some instant potatoes. I mean, who wants to serve instant potatoes? You know what I'm saying? We make our potatoes from scratch. We take the time to mash them. We take the time to use the actual arm work in it. Put the heavy cream in it. Go the extra mile with roasted garlic. You know, everybody's trying to make so much money or yield off of a cheap product that sucks. We're still making money, but at the same time, I'm taking a little bit of that money and giving you something better that's more wholesome. You know, it's worth you paying your money on. You know, as far as our menu, I think our menu is very reasonable. You know, of course the board's a little bit more expensive, but we're serving a lot higher yield food. You know, I mean, you're not getting Outback steaks that are, you know, specifically sold Outback. You're actually getting a higher grade steak that, you know, it's Black Angus, 99.9% DNA tested, you know. And even my New York strips, I'm getting those from Chris Root. If they don't pass him marble-wise, he sends them down here, and, you know, hell, he charges $100 a steak. We're charging $19.99. What's the difference there? It's still amazing steak, and you're spending, you know, $80 more. You know what I'm saying? You're only spending $20. So that's pretty much, you know, the sum of it is that, you know, we're just going to keep trying to put our passion in our food and keep trying to attract the people around here and let them know this place that they can come relax, enjoy themselves, laugh, cut up. You know, I built this place with my own two hands. I mean, no one else helped me contractor-wise. I came in with a vision, me and my partner and my family, and we jumped on this building because this building was a dump. And now it looks pretty cool to me, if you want to know the truth. But, you know, it's down to this table right here I built. That's one thing I can say about this whole restaurant. I probably know every corner in it because I'm the one that actually put all this together. So, you know, and it shows, you know, all in our food and everything that we're really serious about what we're doing. We really care about the people that come through our doors. My first initiative to my servers is to learn everybody's name. Know them by name by the time they walk through that door because I want this to be their home and local hangout. You know, this is somewhere they can come and get away from all the chaos and everything like that in life, so. But other than that, I mean, you know, our desserts, we make hand bread at chimichanga. So basically what a chimichanga is, we take a flour tortilla, we stuff it with caramel and chocolate, we roll it up in a flour tortilla, then we dust it with brown sugar and cinnamon, and then we put ice cream on top of it with caramel and chocolate. People have been going crazy over it. This is one of the favorite desserts here. And also, you know, our brownie out tops them all, but we have a Dutch chocolate brownie that we make from scratch. Then we do fresh vanilla ice cream on the top with caramel, chocolate, and whipped cream, and we top it with a cherry. So you can't beat that. I mean, two people can tear it up and it's still full. We also sometimes do cheesecakes, key lime pies, pecans. You know, and the cool thing about us is we try not to stay so redundantly the same. We try to keep changing, especially on the board. The board never stays the same as much as possible. You know, like one day I may have lobster and shrimp ravioli on there with white wine buttercream sauce, served with garlic toast and green beans. The next night I may have, you know, a stuffed pork tenderloin stuffed with, you know, sausage, breading, you know, goat cheese, basil, fresh basil and stuff. Because there's another thing, I have an herb garden out back and I try to use fresh herbs as much as possible. I try to use, you know, the best ingredients seasoning wise. You know, and I enjoy getting on there and growing my vegetables. And I feel like it's just full circle. You know, I know what kind of quality of food that I'm getting because I'm trying to do it as organic as possible and trying to keep as much chemicals out of it. And in Austin, that's a big thing there. There's a lot of people who do not want to use all these chemical pumped vegetables. And 9 times out of 10, when you're getting it out of the can or you're getting it already breaded, all it is chemical processing. And in the long run, that hurts your body. You know? Trying to keep it healthy as possible for the people, but still be wholesome. I mean, the good thing about my menu, you could be good or you could be bad. That's your choice, and that's the way I designed it. You feel like coming in one day and getting everything fried and being bad, you can do it. If you feel like coming in and being healthy, you got the option. It's your choice, you know. But other than that, you know, as far as the menu pricing and stuff, especially the menu, I think I compare with anybody around here. I think it's very reasonable. I mean, hell, our burger's about the same price as Dairy Queen, maybe 10 or 15 cents more. And ours are hand breaded, hand patted, and a little bit thicker too.
We've been fortunate to be open 6 months, and we opened with a couple other restaurants, and now they've already closed, and I feel sorry that they have not been able to make it. But God's been blessed us very well, and we've been able to keep our doors open and pay our bills. And also I've drawn a lot of attention off the media. As far as TripAdvisor, we're #1 right now. They sent me a Christmas card, told me thank you for being one of the highest rated restaurants in your area in Southwest Georgia. Also, Facebook-wise, we have over 1,000 followers, all positive. I think there's over 150 comments, and they're all really positive. Pretty much anybody comes in here has a great experience. And if you don't, then come to me. I will try my best to make sure that you do have a great experience, because you are very appreciated here. And that's one thing I tell people all the time. Thank you so much for supporting us. I try to keep corporate out of here as much as possible, where it's a cutthroat kind of world. Here we actually love each other, and our staff, it's like we're family. We all make mistakes, we all do things wrong, but we always have to be there beside each other, pick each other up, and have each other's back. And that's what's important in my life. I think the life's lost out a lot. And they'd rather step on you than pick you up, take the time to pick you up. And that's the one thing, to me personally, if I had at a place, like I said, now that I'm in for 6 months, my staff knows that I love them. I always tell them I love them when they walk out the door. And I've had some come and go too. But their mind frame wasn't right to be here. This wasn't where they belong. There was no hard feelings at all. It was just not the place for them. And eventually I'm finding every day that I'm finding people that actually belong here, and they enjoy their job, and they love what they're doing, and they love being around this supportive family. Because, the world's getting cooler by the minute, but at least there's one place in the world that we all can find one peace. On Wednesday night, sometimes we have buy one, get one burger. Lico less value. It's always a Wednesday night thing, so if you're a burger fan, bring your family out, because you're going to get one of them half off. It'll be a great way to bring the family out and not spend so much money, because I know it's an economy and everybody has to work paycheck to paycheck. Hell, I'm a living example of it right now too, so. But, it's like I'm trying to save the consumer the money and trying to be able to pay my bills as well, so. Other than that, I think Betty Joe's is a good spot for you to check out, and at least give us a chance and see what you think about it. Yeah. So guys, this is my partner Chris in the business. We've been friends. We lived together in Austin, Texas. Grew up in Texas, like I said, on East Texas. He's got a big Louisiana and Texas kind of background to him. He's a big supporter of this. He's soulfully a big portion of what this place is, and this place never would exist without either one of us. And he's a good guy. He enjoys what he does, and he cooks with his heart and soul, and as you can tell, he loves to eat, so that's a good sign, guys.
Don't trust the skinny cook, they say?
Yeah, don't trust the skinny cook, so there you go.
What do you specialize in, Chris?
Wide variety of things, fried foods and more some comfort food type cooking. Then I like to do a little bit of Mexican, which we haven't brought and introduced in here yet, but we will eventually. It's like Tex-Mex style food. It'll be more of my specialty.
I was saying to Chris Kent, I specialize in the specials on the board, like duck, quail, the pork. All that. But he's more of a bare minimum cook. He'll try and throw things out there. And I'm more the upscale cook.
Try
He's
different
more
type
of
of
a
things.
southern comfort, like the country fried steak, or chicken fried chicken. He's.
And I think the two different things were kind of just come together to make what we have kind of unique.
Like everywhere I've ever worked, our dishes were $180 a piece. So that's the
trying to bring him down to earth.
earth.
Trying to bring him down to earth with some of these dishes, and,
Well, I'm
and
trying
figure
to
out a way.
also allow Sylvester to be able to have a piece of that and charge us. Like I had a doctor from Chicago who had my duck, and his wife had my mahi that we had done a special, and she was like, Shane, we pay $80 to $90 a dish in Chicago, and she said, I just paid $25 or $24 for this. And this dish was 10 times better than the food that I paid 80 or 90 bucks for. She said, I'm not kidding. And the atmosphere is amazing.
Yeah. His style of cooking and everything and my style of cooking comes together, and it creates kind of a high-end menu at a more affordable type of cost, just for the way we prepare things and stuff, and try to keep prices more in line with what the area kind of, you know, from the town. Grew up in a town smaller than this, much smaller. Small East Texas town with a flashing light, not even one that changes colors. But I spent 16 years in Dallas and then 3 years in Austin, Texas before coming here. So just the multitude of people moving to Austin, I was ready to step back into a more slow-paced environment. This is a little slower than I expected, but at the same time, it's working, so it keeps us going.
I mean, the whole reason why I'm here is my father got sick. You know, my father being sick. We were headed to Asheville, North Carolina. That's where I actually wanted to open our restaurant, or our restaurant, actually. Sorry. But I ended up coming here so Dad got sick, and you know, God's blessed us, and He's been able to allow us to keep the doors open, and we're not like the rest of the ones that got closed.
We took a place that was close to looking like it needed to be torn down, and gave it a new life.
We inherited 450,000 roaches when we got this building. So it took me ripping all these walls out, getting to the nest, spraying. I mean, this used to be all open room. Everything you see right here was just an open room. Yeah. I mean, that bar didn't exist. The wall behind the bar didn't exist. That didn't exist. None of this existed. I mean, it was 4 layers of paneling that was 2 inches of grease on it. Then it never been wiped down. I mean, the walk-in cooler had mold growing out. I had to spend 3 days in the kitchen with a pressure washer, bleaching. Then I had to re-concrete every single thing just to get away from that smell. I mean, it stunk so bad. Like when we first started here for 3 weeks, I had to take my clothes off at the door and stuff. Because it stunk so bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Biggest thing I enjoyed the most is taking something that was old and kind of at the end of its life and giving it new life. And people who walk in, you can tell they appreciate it, and they're like shocked that this exists in Sylvester, Georgia, that it's, you know, unique and different. Not just your run-of-the-mill mom-and-pop type restaurant. So I've seen people eating our salmon or mahi and different items, duck and quail and lamb, and say, I can't believe I'm eating this in a restaurant in Sylvester, Georgia. You know, so it's kind of good to get that feeling that people are appreciating what we're trying to bring and put on the plates here. So.
Now that you're here and you're adapting to the culture here, what's your goals as far as the restaurant are concerned?
Really want to grow this and then try to get into where we can do some catering from it and keep this existing and running and try to be able to have a mobile type restaurant that we can move and go do catering jobs in other areas and keep this as our base.
Well, you're in a good location because you're between. Albany is one of the major areas in South Georgia, but there's a lot of communities to draw from within a certain distance from there.
Yeah, absolutely. The location is key for that because we get a lot of traffic from Albany and from Tifton, and that's our goal next is when we get enough money put back to start doing more advertising and promoting. Like I said, we've only been here 6 months. Is to try to reach out to these communities that don't even know that we are here yet, to try to get them to drive in this direction to come here, and hopefully that'll bring more business to Sylvester in general, not just to our restaurant, but the other local businesses around too. Give them another stopping point. So we kind of losing it about 5 months.
Right at 5, I got done.
We were.
I mean, but this is me here every day. I mean, I walked into this dump.
Literally. he would go out to the wood, to the pile, and just dig all these boards out of piles of wood.
I mean, in the middle of the woods, I would go.
In the tin, the same way, just digging it out of.
I went everywhere I could because we had a minimum budget. And everybody goes, God, y'all spent a lot of money in here. And yeah, we did spend money. But a lot of this was me out in the way. I had my time more invested. Out in the woods, digging up off some old barn, tearing stuff off.
And the other thing is, when we started it, we knew we were going to open a restaurant, but we really never sat down with a pen and paper and drew out this design.
It was all in our head.
We just did it and kept going as we did it. And like the final thing, we were kind of putting everything together. We're like, okay, let's put a wall in here. You know, it was all just kind of as
I
we
wanted this to
designed.
be open, but yet be separate. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's not on top of each other. I mean, that was the whole purpose of this wall right here. And I took old windows out of a house, turned them around, because I wanted, we only have 2 vents in here, so it had to be able to get air to circulate in here, correct? Mm-hmm. But I also wanted this groove right here, if they were sitting there, not to be on top of that groove right there. So there's a wall between them, you know? And then that whole school window right there. That was the whole starting point that launched everything in here.
Yeah, we went and picked a few things like that window.
Like that window right there. Window from the school.
How do we want to build around that?
Yeah,
and that's what created
I
the
went the whole
chalkboards
log
next to it.
cabin thing that I got off the sawmill, and I put 2 chalkboards on both sides, and that's what started the whole chalkboard thing on. And you know, a lot of this right here is actually new wood right here. It's actually new wood that I got off the sawmill, but I did this faux finish on it to make it look old because I was running out of old wood. So this actually came off the sawmill, and I did this finish to make it look like it was old. So it's actually not an old board, it's because I had already used a lot of old material, so I wanted to kind of keep it going in that rate. Plus, you know, the more rugged it was, as you can tell in my character and who I am, I'm kind of rugged myself, so that's what I'm attracted to. So this is actually the 2x4s out of the wall where I tore everything out of here. So I took the 2x4s and left over to reclaim them. I sliced them up and layered them all up. I made a bar out of it. Also, I made the tables out of it on this side. As you know, it's only on this side right here. And this is Deidre, our hostess.
And who is this young lady?
And this is one of our very good regulars, Sherry, and we love her very much. She works at Phoebe. She takes care of all the sick people.
I love this place.
Great.
But I mean, you know, like these benches I built, you know, I was running down low on budget, so I had a bunch of 2x4s, so they were left over too, so I just sliced them up and built benches out of them, you know, trying to save that money. This is the leftover slate that I found, and I broke them up, put it at the end, because this is where most of our drinks go out, so it was perfect to put it right here. I actually have a bar mat there too. And I always like to find little quirky signs for the bar and stuff like that, you know. Of course, I'm only wine and beer here, but I'm this close to working bringing liquor in, so hopefully it'll be here soon. And at least the next 6 months and stuff. Like this whole bar I built, this wall did not exist. These sinks, I did the plumbing, everything. I built that whole shelf there. These cabinets for storage and all that for glassware. This is actually a picture I took of Sylvester Train because I wanted it to be a kind of a signature thing here. Then you know when you walk through the doors, you still are Sylvester. Because a lot of people when they walk through the doors, they say, I don't realize I'm Sylvester anymore I'm here. We built all the benches ourselves. I did all the wrapping. Tables, like I said, we built them too as well. Host stand, I mean, I had some leftover wood and I built it. This is actually an old window out of the old schools that somebody had donated to me, and that's kind of like the starting point. That was one of the first pieces that started the whole creation of what we are. The blue ceilings was this ceilings look really, really bad. You understand? They're like they were built in the 30s, so I had to do something. I did a lot of research, and I was gonna originally put white clouds on. And I was kind of just stuck with the blue. I thought it looked good, you know, kind of balances it all out. Also, This is pretty much the other dining room area. If I have parties and stuff, this is where I usually close it out for them. We did like 35 Christmas parties this year from pretty much every bank here, every doctor's office, even the Phoebe's doctors. I did their Christmas party and all too as well. So I would close this off and make a main area for it and all. There's brick inlays. I busted into it because I was determined that I was going to have natural brick in my restaurant. So broke into them and put the framing and stuff in it. Just kind of made something different, you know what I'm saying? Give that extra little layer. These boards right here are actually 100 years old. Came out of an old field that my friend had on his farm, and he didn't even know he had them, and I was digging and I found them. And they've been sitting there for probably over 100 years. He said his great-grandfather probably cut them on sawmill. So they don't even make this width anymore. Basically over here too, these are, you know, all these tables I built, chairs, wise. And the floor, I went with a darker gray. Because nobody wants carpet in a restaurant. That's the worst thing you could ever possibly do because people spill tea constantly, you know, and stuff like that. So I kept the concrete floors. I just painted over it and kind of kept that rustic look going.
What's your name again?
Quay Porter. It's actually Quay Porter, but I call it Quay for short.
Yeah, we all kind of, that's his nickname, Quay. But he's a big backup for me, man. He's always got my back and he tries to keep me clean or do whatever I ask.
Yeah, we actually told me I was going to be on camera. I would have fixed my hair.
There you go. This is Mary Jane. She's my and Chris's right-hand girl. She's my grill girl. She's our laughter. She's the one that keeps us going. I'm very amazed and proud of her because we crammed a lot of stuff in her head, and she says all she's ever cooked with was salt and pepper. And she has a whole wild variety of new herbs and spices she's using. So, and she grabbed a hold of who we are really quick and put her own flair on top of it. So she's a big portion of what Betty Jo is too. And so, come here and say something.
Hi, how are you?
Tell me who you are.
I'm Mary Jane Jefferson. I'm originally from Sylvester, Georgia. I was born and raised here. Moved to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Was there for 18 years. Have 2 associate degree and 1 bachelor's degree in business. And I'm enjoying working with Chris and Shane in their new restaurant.
Tell me what you think of Betty Jo's.
I think Betty Jo is cool. It's an atmosphere that they don't have here in Sylvester, Georgia. When you come here, it like takes you away to a different place. So I like working here. I enjoy serving people.
So you'd recommend highly for people to come out and visit you guys and give you a try?
Oh yes.
Okay, good deal.
Thank you.